Think you know the founding fathers. Think again. These aren't the stoic, marble figures from your history books. Today, we're diving deep into the 10 most shocking scandals of America's founding fathers. Get ready, because history is about to get messy. Let's start with a big one, Thomas Jefferson. We all know him as the author of the Declaration of Independence, but his personal life was complicated. For decades, rumors swirled about his relationship with Sally Hemings, an enslaved woman at his Monticello plantation. DNA evidence in the late 90s confirmed what many historians long suspected. Jefferson was very likely the father of her children. This revelation completely changes how we view the man who wrote all men are created equal while owning over 600 enslaved people in his lifetime. Next up, the original power couple rivalry, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson. Friends turned bitter enemies, their political feud was legendary. The election of 1800 was one of the nastiest in American history. Adams's supporters called Jefferson an atheist and a radical, while Jefferson's camp accused Adams of wanting to be a king. They used newspapers to sling mud, creating attack ads that would make today's politicians blush. It was a brutal fight that nearly tore the new nation apart. Thankfully, they reconciled later in life, but their fallout was a major scandal. Number 3 brings us to the man on the $10 bill, Alexander Hamilton. His scandal was so huge, it could be a Broadway musical. Hamilton was blackmailed by James Reynolds after having an affair with his wife, Maria Reynolds. To clear his name of accusations of financial corruption while serving as Treasury Secretary, Hamilton did the unthinkable. He published a 95-page pamphlet detailing the entire affair. It was the first major political sex scandal in American history, and it shattered his reputation and presidential ambitions. Moving on to Benjamin Franklin, we picture him as a wise, old inventor flying a kite in a storm. But in his younger days, especially during his time in London and Paris, Franklin was a notorious ladies' man. He loved to party and was known for his amorous intrigues. He even wrote a satirical essay titled Advice to a Young Man on the Choice of a Mistress. While not illegal, his reputation as a world-class flirt was certainly a far cry from the grandfatherly image we have today. Number 5 is a duel that ended a life and a political career. Aaron Burr, Jefferson's vice president, had a long and bitter rivalry with Alexander Hamilton. It all came to a head in 1804 when Burr challenged Hamilton to a duel after feeling his honor was slighted. They met in Weehawken, New Jersey, and Burr shot and killed Hamilton. The sitting vice president killing a beloved founding father was a national outrage. Burr was charged with murder, though never convicted, and his political career was effectively over. Now for a scandal you might not have heard of, the Conway Cabal. During the Revolutionary War, things weren't going great for George Washington. A group of military officers and members of Congress, led by General Horatio Gates and Thomas Conway, secretly plotted to have Washington removed as commander-in-chief. They thought he was incompetent. The plot was exposed, and Washington skillfully navigated the crisis, solidifying his leadership. But it was a close call that could have changed the course of the war. Let's talk about Gouverneur Morris, a key figure who wrote large sections of the Constitution. Morris was known for his sharp mind and his scandalous private life. He was a notorious womanizer and kept detailed diaries of his conquests. He lost a leg in a carriage accident, supposedly while fleeing from a jealous husband. Later in life, at age 64, he married a woman who had been accused and acquitted of causing the death of her baby. It was a marriage that shocked high society. Number 8 is the XYZ affair. This was a major international incident during John Adams's presidency. American diplomats went to France to negotiate peace, but 3 French agents, referred to as X, Y, and Z, demanded a huge bribe just to start talks. When the news broke in America, it caused a massive public outcry. People were chanting millions for defense, but not 1 cent for tribute. The scandal led to an undeclared naval war with France and fueled the political fire between the Federalists and Republicans. Our ninth scandal involves Benjamin Franklin's own family. His son, William Franklin, was the royal governor of New Jersey. When the Revolution broke out, William remained a staunch loyalist, completely loyal to the British king. This caused a painful and permanent split with his father, Benjamin, a leading patriot. Imagine one of the most famous founding fathers having a son who was actively working against the cause of independence. Their relationship never recovered. It was a personal tragedy set against the backdrop of a national revolution. Finally, we come to George Washington himself, or rather, his teeth. It's a common myth that Washington had wooden teeth. The shocking truth is much sadder. Washington suffered from dental problems his whole life and had multiple sets of dentures. But they weren't made of wood. They were crafted from a grim combination of human teeth, likely purchased from his own enslaved workers and poor people, as well as ivory and animal teeth, all held together by metal springs. It's a stark reminder of the harsh realities of the 18th century and the often overlooked sources of wealth and comfort for the elite. So there you have it, 10 shocking scandals that show the founding fathers were not gods, but complex, flawed human beings? Their stories are a powerful reminder that history is more complicated, more dramatic, and way more interesting than what we learned in school. What do you think is the most shocking scandal? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching Historio. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the messy, magnificent past. See you next time.